So, welcome, Doc. Thanks for being on here.
Thank you, Dr. Berg. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, so you wrote a whole book, primarily revolves around this one microbe, and I want to just dive right in. Your book is called Super Gut, which is a fascinating read. This microbe is called L-reuteri. Out of all the thousands of microbes in our gut, like what makes this stand out as more important than other ones?
And so I decided to get this microbe and play with it. It was commercially available as tablets for infants. So
Mhm.
the dosage for infants is very small. So I just simply reasoned, how do I increase it? Well, you take 100 tablets of the product, but it's a sugary product, so it's not very good. Um, so I just simply amplified counts by making it as a yogurt. It's not yogurt, of course. It looks and smells like yogurt, kind of, but it's a way to amplify bacterial counts, in this case, 1,000-fold, and youthfulness. But it's presumptively because Lactobacillus reuteri, as well as other Lactobacillus species, there's many of them, of course, are uniquely susceptible to common antibiotics. All it takes is a round of penicillin or ampicillin or amoxicillin that you may have taken years and years ago, and you've wiped out all the reuteri and thereby lost all its huge advantages.
Wow. I think you mentioned, I'm not sure if it was in your book, but it's like, was it 96% of the population doesn't really have very many left, or?
Exactly right. The best estimates we have from recent evidence is about 4% of people, 1 in 25 people still
Wow.
have it. And so, is the loss of reuteri part of the reason why this has become an epidemic? That is because explains why SIBO has become an epidemic. I believe it is.
Mhm. Yeah, because now we have no protection against these other microbes. So it's a, I guess it's called what's called a keystone microbe, right? Which is kind of a, it does more than just one thing. It kind of helps the whole ecosystem in that area, right? It kind of helps balance everything.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful?
It's
So if I
fascinating.
had SIBO and I took an antibiotic like Xifaxan, it just kills a bunch of stuff, but it doesn't start the process of restoration. So
Yes.
exactly right. You restore reuteri, maybe some other microbes, and it begins the process. Microbes are kind of like people. We don't live in isolation. We have partners and families and friends and neighbors and coworkers and communities. Microbes are the same way. So restoration of reuteri is that first step, not just in restoring reuteri, but in cultivating a healthy community of microbes.